Hello, good evening, and welcome to the daily UPSC Prelims MCQ quiz video. Let us solve the following 5 questions to learn and revise the topics which are relevant and important for our UPSC exam. So, question number 1 on the screen. Consider the following statement about the Production Linked Incentive PLI scheme. Number 1, it is a fiscal incentive provided to companies based on their incremental sales from product manufactured in India. Number 2, it is implemented by DPIIT and various sectoral ministries administer and coordinate PLI components. Number 3, its objective include reducing the country's import dependence and creating core manufacturing competencies. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Let us analyze all the options one by one. So here the scheme Production Linked Incentive Scheme, which is a flagship initiative by Government of India, was launched in the year 2020. This focused on on improving the domestic manufacturing in key sectors. So statement 1 is correct here. The fiscal incentives are provided on the incremental sales of the products manufactured in India. This scheme is implemented by DPIIT, and there are various ministries which coordinate to provide the incentive for the production. Statement 3, so statement 2 is also correct. Statement 3 states the objective of the scheme here. So apart from improving or reducing the import dependence and creating core competencies in manufacturing, it also focuses on improving or creating employment, increasing the participation of India in global supply chain, and making India global manufacturing hub under Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. So this scheme focuses on total 14 sectors. Initially it used to be 3, but later on it is expanded to 14 sectors such as electronics, pharmaceuticals, automobiles, textiles, etc. So here we can see that all the 3 statements are correct, hence option number D is the right answer. Let's move to the second question. Question number 2, which is regarding the term called carbon gateways. Option number A, they are specific routes used for international transportation of carbon credits. B, they are natural ecosystems like mangroves and peatlands that are at risk of releasing stored carbon if degraded. C, they are technological installations that capture carbon dioxide directly from atmosphere. D, they are international treaties that set a gateway for carbon emission thresholds for developed nations. So here the term carbon gateway. This refers to the vulnerable ecosystems which are holding vast amount of carbon in them. So if these ecosystems are degraded by human activities, they are going to transition from carbon sinks to a source of GHG emissions. That means they are going to contribute to the global warming. That is by opening a gateway for the carbon to enter the atmosphere. So here option number B is the right answer, that they are the natural ecosystems like mangroves and peatlands which are vulnerable, and if they are degraded, they are going to release a large amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Let's go to the question number 3, which is regarding India and Africa relations. Number 1, India-Africa Forum Summit IAFS started in the year 2008. Number 2, Asia-Africa Growth Corridor focusing on maritime connectivity and development projects are conceived by India and Japan. Third, a key pillar of India's approach includes extending line of credit for infrastructure and development projects in African nations. So let us understand about the relationship of India and Africa. So this forum, this summit, which is IAFS, India Africa Forum, was started in the year 2008 and it is held every 3 years, alternatively in Africa and in India. So this focuses on building South-South cooperation as India is aiming to be the voice of Global South. Second statement, Asia-Africa Growth Corridor is indeed conceived by India and Japan, where they are trying to build projects in the African nations and improving the maritime connectivity. So statement 2 is also correct. In India's engagement with Africa, we are providing line of credit for African nations for developing the projects in African nations. So here we also need to understand that Africa and India's trade is also beyond $100 billion. So India majorly imports some hydrocarbons, gold, fertilizers, LNG, etc. And in our export basket, we are exporting pharmaceuticals, automobiles, and textiles to African nations. So here, as we can see, all the 3 statements are correct. Hence, option number C is the right answer. Let's go to the next question. Question number 4 on the screen regarding intellectual property rights in India. The Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks administer the Patent Act 1970 and the Geographical Indications of Goods Registrar and Protection Act 1999. Number 2, the patent granted in India is valid for a period of 20 years from the date of filing of the application. Number 3, the Darjeeling tea and Kanchipuram silk are both registered geographical indications. Which of the statements given above are correct? So let us analyze the options. The Controller General of Patent, Design and Trademark indeed administers Patent Act. Along with this, they also administered Trademarks Act 1999 and Design Act 2000. But Geographical Indications of Goods Act 1999 is under Registrar of Geographical Indications, which is based in Chennai. So hence, second part of the statement is wrong. So statement 1 is wrong. The patent granted in India is valid for 20 years, yes, from the date of filing. And here we also need to understand that after the period of 20 years, the renewing of the patent is not allowed in India. The Section 3D of Patent Act avoids, or you can say prohibit, the evergreening of the patent. That means when the company try to make some minor changes, some minor variations in their products, in the formula, and then they try to extend or file for the patent again to extend their monopoly. This is not allowed in India. Hence, after the period of 20 years, the product is available in the public domain for use. So option number 2 is right answer, where we have the patents duration for 20 years only. The Darjeeling tea and Kanchipuram silk are both registered GI indications. Yes, option number 3 is also correct. Darjeeling tea was given the patent in the year 2004. This is the first GI tag given to any product from West Bengal. And then we have Kanchipuram silk from Tamil Nadu, which was given in the year 2005 and 6. So here option number 2 and 3 are correct, and hence option number B is the right answer. Let's go to the last question. The last question is regarding the election of Vice President of India. Number 1, the Electoral College of Vice President consists of both elected and nominated members of Parliament. The dispute regarding the election of Vice President is settled by the Supreme Court. Number 3, to secure victory, a candidate must obtain a fixed quota of votes, which is more than 50% of the total votes polled. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Let's analyze the options. So here we know that the Electoral College of Vice President consists of elected and nominated members of the Parliament. Yes, you also need to understand that there is no representation of legislative assemblies, meaning that the elected members of legislative assemblies do not participate in the Vice President's voting. Option number 2, the dispute regarding election of Vice President is settled by Supreme Court. Yes, the election disputes regarding President and Vice President is handled by Supreme Court of India, that is under Article 71 of Constitution. Also, this Vice President's election or the office of Vice President is mentioned under Article 63 of the Constitution. Last option, to secure victory, a candidate must obtain a fixed quota. Yes, but it is not of the 50% of total votes polled. The voting is done on the basis of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. So in this process, they need to secure a fixed amount of quota in order to win the election. So option number 3 is wrong. Statement 3 is wrong. Hence, option number 1 and 2, that is option number A, is the right answer. And that's it. With this, we have come to the end of the 5 questions. Please revise the concepts again, and thank you for joining it.